One question that has left archaeologists and historians alike confused is the evidence that the further we go back into our human history, the more advanced some of the cultures seem to be. This led author Lucy Wyatt into an exploration of these cycles in which the rise and fall of empires drives our evolution and devolution. In her book, Approaching Chaos, she also speaks of the Roman Empire as the fall of humankind's spiritual consciousness.
Well, the problem that we have, for a start, is that most of what we understand about Egypt comes through the Greeks. And it's only if the Greeks knew about something that we've kind of been told about it. And quite often the Greeks misunderstood what was going on because they weren't around at the time, say, of the building of the Great Pyramid. They didn't come to Egypt for several thousand years later. So if we're going to base our view on of a slave society on what the Greeks have told us, or Herodotus or whoever it is, then that in itself is going to make us make mistakes. You know, we're not going to get to the right place. But take, for example, the building of the Great Pyramid. I think we were talking about that earlier, these documentaries and the evidence, the archaeological evidence of the builders' villages, which clearly show that these people were very well treated, that they lived in proper houses, that they had very high standards of food. For example, they were allowed the best cuts of meat, the sort of things that only usually the aristocrats in Egypt had, breweries, bakeries, that kind of thing. And also, even more important, they had medical assistance. The way that their injuries have healed shows in the skeletal remains, shows that they actually received medical attention long before they died. These injuries have healed, and they've been quite severe injuries in some cases. So there's no evidence that these people were treated cruelly at all. And it's totally our concept of a slave in a kind of Roman Greek sense of cruelty and forced labour and that kind of thing. So we're putting onto ancient Egyptians our own prejudices, basically. And there is no evidence that image is true at all.
For the full story on the more inspired ancient civilizations, go to consciousmedianetwork.com.